Hey, what's up everyone? I didn't know if I would make another video today or not, but it looks like I'm going to. I'm just going to share some things that are taking place right now along the East Coast, in the areas of Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and those areas of the East Coast are dealing with major flooding right now. They're doing evacuations across several places, not only on the East Coast but right now in Arizona as well. They're talking about they're talking about floodwaters over in that area, and also floods on the East Coast. So there's a lot of stuff happening right now, not only for Washington D.C. but the entire East Coast. So there's a lot of flooding happening in the Midwest. Flooding just went through the Carolinas and is moving up the East Coast. There's a lot of it. Believe me, a lot of rain. I've been seeing the news, and if you're living in that area, let me know, and let me know you're doing all right. They are worried right now about the dam breaking. So if the dam fails, they're telling people to get out right now across the area. So the dam failure could actually put 17 more feet of water on an additional 17 feet of water. But this is the thing. If this takes place, if the dam does break, there could be 17 feet of water within as little as 10 minutes. Evacuations are underway right now, obviously, for good reason. But right now it's given them 4 to 6 inches of heavy rainfall within just the evening hours of yesterday, of Thursday. And if they get more, they said the dam could break, and if it does, it'll add an additional 17 feet of water. Officials said 12 to 18 inches of water are overflowing over the Lakeside Creek, and this is one of the images shared online. There's a gallery of images here. I don't know if I can get it to work or not. There's a whole lot of flooding happening. This is from someone's backyard or front yard. I'm trying to go through these images, but this website is not letting me go through them very quickly at all. Very, very slowly processing. But yeah, a lot of flooding happening right now. A lot of flooding. On to some volcanic news. Right now, 22 volcanoes are actively erupting, and 43 volcanoes are having ongoing eruptions right now that are continuing to erupt. They said we're in a period of very high volcanic activity right now and volcanic unrest, according to the Geology News. And here's some interesting lenticular clouds over Klayuchka-Kavskaya Subka in the volcanic areas. I'm assuming that's in Russia. I don't know. Sounds Russian. And this mysterious algae bloom appeared. It's a whirlpool that appeared of algae blooms in the Baltic Sea. They said it's so big that it could cover the entire area of Manhattan. And these wildfires raging across Europe, the European countries right now, they are battling such intense heat right now. This major heat wave is moving across almost the entire continent of Europe right now, and many of the countries in that area are dealing with these raging wildfires and extreme heat. Now, the bad news to report for them is there's more expected to be on the way. I'll do a separate video regarding this in the near future. I don't know if I'll get to it today or not, but I will do another video about this. But these countries shown here, they're having to battle treacherous blazes and fires, many of which, sadly, have been caused by acts of terrorism, basically individuals causing fires. They found out that 16 fires in one country alone were due to individuals that just decided to randomly start fires and ignite these blazes. So, and then it became out of control. Some of them were, I believe a few of them might have been campfire related. Others were people not thinking properly and throwing. They could be, some of them they claim might have been started by cigarettes being thrown down. Some of them were people just starting fires in the woods, campfires or whatever. But the majority of them were started sadly, on purpose by arsonists. And it was believed to be arson by individuals that were using arson as a form of terrorism. But they are continuing to scorch right now as the United States is battling. Here in the United States, over in on the West Coast, they are battling the worst fires, some of which the worst they claim that they have ever seen, that they've ever dealt with, in many years anyway. And these fires are continuing to scorch large swaths of land in Europe right now. There's an image that was shown where, it's just devastation across the entire area. In Greece, the country of Greece is going through an unspeakable tragedy, according to the leader of Greece. And you can see here vehicles just destroyed. It looks like a post-apocalyptic scene there, which I know apocalypse, they say, means just an awakening or an unveiling or revealing of the truth. But 62,000 acres have burned so far, they said, in just one area alone. That's just one country, according to the website. And there's Finland and Norway, Sweden, and all of these areas, including Italy and basically all these beautiful tourist areas are dealing with tragedy right now. Kind of reminds me of a Bible verse that said all major cities of this world fled and the people just left, and that the cities would be swallowed up. Basically, many of the cities would be swallowed up, I think it says. I believe it says. I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it says something in the Bible about the cities of this world just kind of being swallowed up, and the cities will flee, the people will flee, and and a lot of the major tourist areas are falling in. Over in Machu Picchu, in those areas, a few days ago, their entire city in one of those areas just collapsed into the ground. The ground swallowed it up. The earth swallowed it up. And it was just a devastating scene over there. But many of these areas are in very high danger. This is Europe right now. This is the fire danger forecast. And the winds are not going to help that at all. They said they'll have maybe one day where it eases. That was today. And then the rest of the week, the winds are going to whip up, and it is going to be very, very windy in the the countries of Europe. Very windy all week long, and several rounds of heat waves are going to be moving in. And many areas are in high or very high danger or extreme danger for these fires. So as you can see here, a large swath of the area in major fire danger right now. They're at a very high risk of forest fire. Especially are stretched very thin. Most of the affected areas are not accessible by ground capabilities, so aerial firefighting is the only option they have. So the helicopters, the planes, the drones, and any type of aerial help that they can receive is the only option that they have. These wildfires are going to grow, they state, much larger this week, and new ones are going to start and spread as Europe is being engulfed by an unprecedented heat wave this week once again. So that's the news out of Europe. This heat wave is going to continue, and it's going to get worse, and so are the fires, according to the news. So that's all I have to say for right now. Much love, and stay as safe as possible. I'm hoping to have a good day, and I hope you all do as well. If you're going through any of this, I send prayers and love. Peace. Bye. Just want to give the latest news. That's all now. Peace.